It's the moment of truth for the class of 2016. Evacuations underway as raging fires threaten residential properties in Somerset West outside Cape Town. Hello and welcome to eNews Direct. I'm Shahan Ramkisu.
And I'm Sandile Gangmose. Good evening.
To comment on our stories, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook at eNews Direct.
And tonight our hashtags are Matric results 2016 in Somerset West.
This is our top story. South Africa's top 20 matriculants are tonight celebrating their success. The Basic Education Department says they've passed with flying colours. Matric results have not yet been officially released. Minister Angie Motshekga will announce the pass rate shortly, and pupils will get their individual results tomorrow. But here's a sneak peek at some of the country's top achievers.
These are some of the country's top pupils. They hail from all over South Africa, and many have defied the odds to excel academically.
One of the most difficult challenges that I had was because of my health. I had problem with my joints and my muscles, which during winter it was very difficult for me to study because if it's too cold, I wouldn't be able, but I fought with every energy inside of me that I should.
I never thought I would come this far. I never did, but it's only the grace of God that brought me through.
I think it's just working hard and keeping in mind what I want to achieve and just working consistently throughout the year.
Now that their matric year is done and dusted, they had wise words for the class of 2017.
Matric is going to be a stressful year. It's going to be hard. There are going to be ups and downs, but then you must tell yourself, never give up.
A beaming Basic Education Minister praised the pupils' resilience and tenacity.
All you had was a burning desire to learn and excel, and similarly, you had self-belief that you can make your dreams become a reality. And these values and early life lessons surely must continue to be building blocks of stellar success into the future.
As they hang up their school uniforms, these future leaders are ready and excited to make a positive contribution to the country. Khalihle Khumalo, Midrand.
Meanwhile, the Limpopo Education Department is confident it'll reach its 80% matric pass rate target. Last year, the province was rocked by violent municipal demarcation protests in Vuwani. More than 20 schools in the town were torched. Schooling was disrupted for months.
Vuwani pupils were determined to save the school year. They gathered for late-night classes in a bid to prepare for their exams. And it didn't matter where they studied. In exceptionally trying circumstances, they kept the faith.
We need to pray to the Lord because we can't do it on our own.
For nearly 2 months, there was no schooling in the area. Community members torched more than 20 schools, protesting a demarcation board decision to merge Vuwani with neighboring Malamulele to form a new municipality. The youth of this town bore the brunt of those actions, and they're now anxious about their results. The Education Department did its bit by arranging a camp for matriculants to help them get up to speed. Whether that was enough remains to be seen.
What is like a competition with other learners that were not affected, learners from Teng, where they were not affected by strike. So this is our challenge that we must participate with them and we must meet the requirement of examination.
But the Limpopo Education Department remains confident.
We believe, really, we are going to have very excellent results from our learners.
Pupils are waiting with bated breath.
I was hoping to get a distinction in history so that I can do law.
Some say if they fail, the protest disruptions will be to blame. After nearly 2 months of waiting for their results, the matric pupils here say they are ready to start planning the next chapter of their lives. Zikhona Chona, Vuwani in Limpopo.
The Gauteng Liquor Board insists it did not extend alcohol trading hours for the ANC's birthday bash this weekend. The ANC Women's League had criticized the reports, saying the celebrations are not a drinking fest. But the liquor board says it was all one big misunderstanding.
Reports emerged this week that the Gauteng Liquor Board allegedly agreed to extend alcohol trading hours during the ANC's 105th anniversary celebrations in Soweto. It says it was inundated with requests from traders. But the board's now made a U-turn, saying it did not approve the applications.
I can say without any equivocation that the dispensation does exist. However, strictly speaking, we have never relaxed at any stage that dispensation to any one particular trader, given the strict nature of the conditions precedent that they should comply with.
That comment follows criticism from the ANC Women's League, which said an extension of trading hours would give the impression the party was promoting irresponsible drinking. Fikile Mbalula and other members of the ANC insist the party did not apply for special dispensation liquor licenses.
We don't decide on opening times of alcohol, beer halls and their closure at any given point in time.
Meanwhile, Gauteng Premier David Makura has welcomed the board's decision, saying the provincial government will work with township businesses to ensure they follow liquor regulations.
Over 150 firefighters are still battling a blaze in Somerset West, 45 kilometers outside Cape Town. Voluntary evacuations are underway as the flames reach residential areas. No injuries have been reported at this stage, but several properties have been damaged.
Firefighters pull out all the stops to control the blaze. But with strong winds and intense heat, that's no easy task. The fire started on a mountain in Somerset West on Tuesday night before spreading to residential areas below. At least 7 homes have been damaged, while the main building at Bezwini Lodge was gutted.
Further assessments is currently being carried out, especially on the farm areas where we have the farm tools and implements, as well as structures that are being assessed to see what kind of damage they sustained. 2,000
acres of land are affected. This is one of 5 fires raging in the Western Cape, which is on high alert during what's become known as the fire season. Horrified residents describe how they watched helplessly as the flames spread.
My huis het afgebrand verlede jaar, Desember maand. Dis waarom ek 'n vrees het vir vuur. Kan nie weer vir 'n tweede keer met my gebeur dat ek alles weer moet verloor soos ek verlede jaar verloor het nie. Want jy kan nie slaap nie, jy's onrustig. Jy moet elke keer kyk jou kinders veilig is en boonop is my man 'n asma leier.
Ja, last night my window it was very smoky there at my house. And my girlfriend was coughing all night.
Just where there's flare-ups, you need to, because of the wind, just get the flames out as soon as possible, because if it jumps, it can set more grass alight, and then there's obviously houses down the road.
Hundreds of firefighters are working in shifts to extinguish the blaze, and you can bet they won't have the luxury of tea or lunch breaks. They rely on refreshments which are delivered periodically. Food and water donations from the public can be dropped off at Strand Fire Station. Hiladi Situsa, Somerset West.
International news now. Gambia's Independent Electoral Commission chief has fled to Senegal amid fears for his safety. He announced President Yahya Jammeh's defeat in last month's election. Jammeh is refusing to step down. Opposition leader Adama Barrow was declared the winner. Diplomatic efforts to convince the president to accept defeat have so far been unsuccessful. An Israeli soldier has been convicted of manslaughter after killing an unarmed Palestinian attacker last year in the West Bank. Sergeant Elo Azaria was filmed shooting the wounded man after he had been disarmed. The assailant had stabbed and wounded a soldier. Azaria claimed during his high-profile trial he thought the attacker was wearing an explosive vest. Prosecutors insisted his motive was revenge. And a French court has postponed the corruption trial of Equatorial Guinea's Vice President Teodorin Obiang to June. He is the son of the country's president. He is accused of buying property and cars with government money. Obiang's lawyer has asked for more time to prepare for the complex case.
Time now to check out the latest trends with Shahan.
All right, thanks, Andile. Some breaking news now, also trending on Twitter. The Department of Basic Education is currently announcing the 2016 Matric results. The Free State has come out tops at 93.2%. It's followed by the Western Cape at 87.7%, and Gauteng is at number 3 with 87%. The Eastern Cape remains at the bottom with 63.3%, but pupils will have to wait a little longer for their results. They will be released tomorrow morning. And if you want to find out how you fared, you can view results on our special Matric website from tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Go to eNCA.com/Matric 2016. And the Cape Argus newspaper has turned 160. The paper started out with a print run of less than 500 in January 1857. It's adapted to digital changes and today delivers articles and images in the blink of an eye. The editor of the Cape Argus says the paper is doing everything it can to survive in the digital age. For more on these stories, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook at eNews Direct or go to our website at eNCA.com/direct. After the break, it's your business news and weather forecast. Welcome back. Business news now. Ford says it's been in contact with more than 6,000 Kuga owners amid growing concerns about the vehicle catching fire. It says recent incidents appear to be the result of the engine overheating. The company is calling on owners to contact their dealer to request a further check of maintenance items, especially the coolant system. It says this will help reduce risk. So far, one person has died after his vehicle caught fire in 2015. Mexico says Ford will refund all public expenses paid towards the scrapped plan to construct a factory in the country. The company cancelled the project yesterday following criticism by US President-elect Donald Trump. It unveiled a plan to spend more than 21 billion rand to build a new plant last April. During his presidential campaign, Trump called it an absolute disgrace. He previously vowed to hit companies that shift production from America to other countries with a 35% tax on their exports into the US. Time now to see how the markets fared. All right, let's see how the weather's doing with Candice.
Need instant cash? Take a look on the bright side. Get a Cash Converters Sunny Day Mini Loan from 400 to 4,000 Rand, only at Cash Converters.
Thursday morning starts off with some fog along the west coast as well as along the northeastern escarpment, but we can also expect some morning drizzle. It'll be a partly cloudy and warmer day in the northeast, but with a large amount of clouds still settled in over the central parts where widespread thundershowers and showers are forecast. We'll see thundershowers extending through to the east coast, and after a hot day we'll see thundershowers over the southern part of South Africa. With that cloudy and wet weather over the central parts, there's a watch for heavy rainfall on Thursday. A much warmer day is expected throughout KwaZulu-Natal with a high of 32 degrees for Richards Bay, 30 for Pietermaritzburg and Ladysmith, and we're expecting thundershowers mainly over the western and southern part of the province. You'll see a hot day along the Eastern Cape coastline as well as for the adjacent lying interior with highs in the low 30s. Cooler and cloudy as we head further inland with thundershowers expected throughout the Eastern Cape. A hot afternoon for the Southern Cape coastline with the possibility of evening thundershowers. You'll also see thundershowers possibly extending through to the eastern part of the Western Cape. A cooler day for Cape Town at a mostly sunny 28. Still dry and hot over the western part of the Northern Cape with cloudy and wet weather, mainly over the eastern and southeastern parts with that overcast weather and widespread thunderstorm activity extending through to the Free State, Bloemfontein and Zastron at 20 degrees. We head into the upper 20s as we head towards the northwest with most of the thunderstorms expected over the western parts, dry and partly cloudy over the eastern part of the province as well as into Limpopo, except in Zanin where we can expect expect some morning drizzle with a high of 26 degrees. A warmer day throughout Mpumalanga with highs in the middle and upper 20s for the Highveld. You'll see maximum temperatures in the mid-20s for Gauteng with a warmer day on Thursday. 28 degrees for Pretoria with a slight possibility of thundershowers over the extreme southern part of the province. It'll be a similar rainfall pattern on Friday across the country with a slightly warmer day, and temperatures continue to warm as we head towards the weekend. Rain is forecast along the coast from George through to Richards Bay with thundershowers over the eastern half of the country. That's all from the Weather Centre for now. Have a great night.
Brighten your day with a Cash Converters Sunny Day Mini Loan. Come in store and we'll put instant cash right in your pocket. Only at Cash Converters.
After the break, pop star Janet Jackson has a new #1, and it's not her latest single. Stay with us to find out more. Welcome back. Janet Jackson has given birth to her first child at the age of 50.
Guess you're never too old for anything. Here's a wrap of your entertainment news.
American mega pop star Janet Jackson has given birth to her first child at the age of 50. Jackson and her husband welcomed a baby boy yesterday. Her publicist says she had a stress-free delivery and is resting comfortably. Jackson married Qatari businessman Wissam Al-Mana in 2012. She postponed her Unbreakable World Tour to focus on starting a family. Audiences around the world can now get a sneak preview of the 50 Shades of Grey sequel.
Have dinner with me.
Okay, fine. I will have dinner with you.
An extended trailer for 50 Shades Darker has been released. Based on the best-selling E.L. James novel, the first installment was a smash hit in 2015, earning over 7 billion rand worldwide. The trailer features a single, I Don't Want to Live Forever, by Taylor Swift and former One Direction member Zayn Malik.
No punishments.
Here's a reminder of our top stories before we go. This breaking. The Department of Basic Education is currently announcing the 2016 Matric results. The Free State has come out tops at 93.2%. It's followed by the Western Cape at 87.7%, and Gauteng is at number 3 with 87%. The Eastern Cape remains at the bottom with 63.3%. But pupils will have to wait a little longer for their results. They will be released tomorrow morning. And that's a wrap from the eNews Direct team. To share your views, you can send an email to enewsdirect@etv.co.za.
Or of course, you can just talk to us on Twitter and Facebook, and my handle is @eNewsDirect.
Until next time, good night.